guys? Welcome back to MAPOP Sports. This is Grandy. If this is your first time here, welcome. Appreciate you guys checking out the video, checking out the channel. If you guys are returning, welcome back, guys. Hopefully you guys are having a great week. I lied. I said it was going to be one more video, but you know what? I just decided to pop this in. I need to get this Q&A out. So stay tuned. Today and tomorrow is the last two videos of the week. Sorry, guys. So, and then I still got the card show in Denver, so swing by. If you guys get a chance, I'll talk to you. But tomorrow will be my 1 year video of selling sports cards for a living. So make sure you guys subscribe. I'll show you guys that video tomorrow. My thoughts on doing sports cards full time, selling it and buying it and all that good stuff. So, but today, quick, let's jump into it. Try to make this as quick as possible. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it's a Q&A today. If you guys are wondering, if you're first time here, or if you guys just, are just subscribed recently, I usually do Q&As of selling sports cards for a living, my experience and everything, doing this full time. I just tell people, comment, direct DM me, whether on Instagram, whatever questions you have. I'll do whatever I can to answer them as soon as I can, and just through my experience. Like I said, it's not right or wrong. It's just what I think and what I guess you can say endured while doing this journey of trying to sell sports cards for a living. So first things first, somebody asked, Epson ES400. They have a scanner. I know it is compatible with the programs out there, whether it's Card Saver or Card Dealer Pro or Chrono Cards. They were mentioning how it would leave marks on their cards unless they put it in a penny sleeve. That is correct. That was from my experience. I actually had the Epson ES500. And you're correct. They would leave marks. There was some YouTube or something online, if you Google it or look it up on YouTube, how to, I guess you can say, configure the scanner so it doesn't smash and the lines don't run on it. But the rolling pin is what creates those lines on those things on the back of the cards. It does damage it. You can't even get rid of it. So that's why I actually turned in the Epson scanner. I sold it. I moved on from it, and I actually got the Fujitsu FI 8170. Now, keep in mind, other people who have used the 8170 has said they have the same issue. I think there is some YouTube channels, or if you want to check on that, there is a way to adjust your scanner so it doesn't create those lines that they're talking about, so it doesn't squeeze the card as much when it's scanning the card. Double check on that. I don't know 100% sure, but I think on YouTube on that. I somehow got lucky. My scanner has not put any marks on, in that sense, those lines, those rolling lines on the cards, knock on wood. Since I purchased this one, other people have said, like I just said, has had those issues. If you're gonna keep that Epson 400, you're gonna have to use the penny sleeves. That is what it is, to try and protect that card. Other than that, that's just kind of the nature of the beast. Sometimes these scanners squeeze the card a little too hard. Sometimes they don't. It's just kind of the luck of the draw. I'm sorry about that. I had that same experience, so I know that feeling, the frustration. That's the biggest thing. So that's why do not put any cards that's worth over 15, 20 bucks in these scanners. Even with I don't have much issue. I hardly ever put anything over 20 bucks. Simple as that, guys. I just want to give you a heads up on that. Not much you can do. Like I said, somebody was asking if I still get lines on the 8170. Like I said, I've gotten lucky. I have not. Like I said, others have. So it's just kind of the nature of the beast that hopefully you got a nicer scanner that doesn't squeeze the card as much when it's scanning it. There's really no fixture for that. Like I said, there were some YouTube channels I looked up. I tried. It didn't work for my Epson. I didn't have to adjust anything on the Fujitsu yet, so there you guys go on that. So sorry I can be more of help, but that's just kind of the way it goes on that. Best way to sell base cards, like a variety of base and junk cards. I think I spoke about this before. I'll be upfront with you guys. You guys can listen on eBay. You ain't gonna move shit. Well, you might. There might be some people who might want to buy. I take that back. There might be some people who might be looking to complete sets, things like that. But in reality, it's very, very, very difficult because there's so many listings of these junk cards already on eBay. My recommendation, what I've been telling people, is get on Facebook Marketplace, get on Craigslist, or go to shows, whatever the case may be. What I would do is sell those big lots to people. There's always people who are trying to look for these types of cards, and they're willing to buy lots. Make sure you're gonna get a hit on it, because you might be trying to sell like 3,000 cards for maybe $10 or less than that. but at least you're moving it. That would be my best bet. It is what it is. I mean, that's just whatever the value of those cards, because there's a reason why they call it in base and junk and all that stuff. That would be my best and honest opinion. Otherwise, you can just recycle them. It's just, or just donate them. That would be your only other thing. But if you're looking to make a little bit of money, I would just do a big lot, whatever the case is, and just take whatever best offer is, and don't think you're gonna try and sell 3,000 cards for $1,000 or even $3,000. If it's base and junk wax stuff, you're not gonna get that. You're probably not even gonna get $100 for 3,000 cards. I'm just being upfront with you guys, especially with this day and age and right now. So my best bet, try to move it if you can, and just wash your hands of it. That would be my thoughts. Like I said, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist is probably your best bet to start off. That's what I would recommend. How do I source inventory? eBay has low margins by sourcing through eBay. I hardly source through eBay unless it's going to be raw cards that I'm going to grade that will bring me a better return value. If you're going to buy slabs or you're going to buy raw cards on eBay, to flip, that is the case. If you're just doing to collect, I highly recommend buying through eBay. That's the truth. I mean, there's the only protection you have. I feel like eBay protects you pretty well, and you can see all the feedbacks of the seller. So that's what I would recommend if you're looking to buy to collect. If you're looking to flip, to buy a slab on eBay, to flip is very difficult unless that player somehow goes up, their value goes up, they do something crazy and they go up. It's going to be really difficult because the margins are going to be slim, because you got to keep in mind, you got tax, shipping fees, all that good stuff. Is what it is. My thoughts are on that. Would be better off buying at I guess you can say at a show, so you don't have to pay the taxes, you pay cash. That would be my best bet. Sourcing wise, where I get my inventory usually is through Facebook Marketplace, but actually shows. If you go to shows and building rapport, I actually have a handful of my sources. I got maybe I think I did a video on this previously. Go check it out, guys. I have about 5 to 6 guys that I reach out on a weekly to bi-weekly basis just to see what kind of inventory that they have, and then just build that rapport. And that's how I source. And how most of the guys I either met through Facebook Marketplace by doing a cool deal and then just kind of build that rapport, and then other guys I met at shows, local shows, and just build that trust and rapport with them. And that's how I do my sourcing on that. But like I said, if you're gonna buy through eBay, this is just my thoughts. I would buy it raw. If it's nice, grade it so that you can get a better return. I wouldn't buy slabs on there unless you're gonna collect it. That I've bought and I still buy through eBay, and that's something I'm going to keep as a PC. I'm not going to look to flip, because then, like I said, there's really no margin on that. But my thoughts are, if you're looking to flip, buy it in person would probably be your best bet. You'll save a little bit of money. Plus, you can negotiate a little bit better on that. Unless you really think unless you're really high on this player that they're going to 2x it on you. But I wouldn't. That's just my thoughts. Michael Rubin, is he going to be the demise of the hobby? Will the hobby die? Look, guys, I think I talked about this last week. Mike Rubin, great entrepreneur. Whether you like him or not, whether he's a DB or an a-hole, whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. He's a businessman. He's a good businessman, obviously. He's worth billions. I mean, it is what it is, whether you like him. I don't think he's going to be the demise of the hobby. The hobby's going to be around. At least is my thoughts. I don't think it's going anywhere. I don't think he's going to destroy it. What he's going to end up doing is changing it. I think he's going to, I mentioned this before. I think the hobby is going to be more of there's always changes going to happen. I think what it's going to be is more of an e-com thing. I think a lot of storefronts are going to be hurting unless they're able to adjust to be more of an e-commerce / retail spot. But I think he's going to make a lot of things different. Does not necessarily mean the hobby is dead. It just means it's going to transform and change. For the better, for the worse, it depends. If you're an old head who's 60, 70 years old and collect, and old fart, don't use the internet, don't use your laptop, computer, your cell phone, you're going to struggle. You're going to hate it. If you're a person in my age, around the 40s, who you know can do both, you're going to like it, you're going to hate it. Coin flip, depending on how you feel that day, right? But the youngins, they're going to be able to adapt faster. So my thoughts are, because it's just technology, it is what it is. And I think he's going to change it to that forefront. Like I said, I don't think he's going to kill it. I don't think the hobby is going to die. I just think it's just going to adapt and change. Whether you like it or not, that's on you. It has nothing to do with the hobby. It's still going to be around. That's just me thinking. GMA, will it help my resale value on cards if I grade with GMA? Probably not. It might a little bit here and there, but the thing is, it's just the way the nature of the beast is. The hobby in itself, the industry, people prefer primarily PSA guys. That's the only one that's going to really add true more value to up your card, your raw card. Beckett, even SGC a little bit, but it's just not going to give you the same return as PSA, at least currently, unless those other companies somehow become the dominant force. PSA is going to be the one that's going to add the most value. Other card companies, like I think Tag, I think SGC, I think Beckett, they add value, just not as much as PSA currently. But GMA in itself, like those smaller, super small grading companies, I don't think they add too much value. They may add a little bit of value, but the thing is, it's going to be hard to liquidate it. In other words, people prefer, if I had the same two cards, if one's in PSA or SGC or Beckett and one's in a GMA, which one do you think I'm going to give more money for, and which one do you think I'm going to buy? The one that people want. Simple as that. So up to you. I mean, you can still grade with them. I think I've seen their slabs. They're okay. They're all slabbed up, nothing crazy. But I don't think it adds as much value. If you're looking to tenfold your card, I wouldn't do it through them. If you're looking just to get a slab, cheap slab, sure, doesn't hurt. Thoughts on GameStop purchasing sports cards now, jumping into the industry, Pokemon, all that good stuff. So this one's interesting. I think GameStop obviously was looking at different avenues to increase their viability because they has in reality gone to shit. However, with the stock market craziness, remember in 2020, going to the moon type thing with their stock, that was kind of crazy. But I think GameStop, I mean, if they're dabbling into the industry, it's fine. But my thoughts are they better know what they're doing. I don't know how well versed they are in the card industry, sports card and Pokemon. I know obviously they know the video game industry, but how well do they know sports cards? How well are they going to be able to train their employees at each locations to, comp sports cards? How are they comping it? What are they doing? Are they going through just like eBay sold? Are they going through 130 point? What are they doing? Do they have a list of whatever cards they're only taking and buying? I don't know how that's currently working. I think and like I just said, if they know the industry, at least have somebody behind the industry that knows it really well. And if they're able to train their employees at each individual location very well of understanding it as well as they do, they may be okay. I don't think, if you're wondering, are they going to make $1 billion off of it? I don't see that happening. But what I do see happening is if they do it correctly, I mean, it's the same thing as the video game. This is the thing. They're going to lowball the shit out of anybody who brings slabs to them. We all know that, right? There's no hidden agenda on that. So a card, let's just say a rookie, or whatever card, let's say it's a Steph Curry card, it's $100 comping, right? You take it to GameStop, most likely they're going to probably give you maybe $25 to $40 at best, okay? Why? Because they're going to come back and resell it at about $90 to $100. That's why. They need that money because why? They have overhead. They got employees. They got lease they have to pay for. They got all kinds of insurance. They just got a ton of overhead. So they have to cover all that and also make a little bit of money. So people are like, they're lowballing me. Yeah, they need to because they have so much overhead. So that's why. And people are going to be like, well, you're better off not selling to them. You're right. You're better off either selling it on eBay or going to a show, selling it, whatever the case may be. You're right. However, there's going to be those who need to sell and move money instantly. So those are the people that they're banking on. So people who are just like, I need money right away. I just need to move my stuff. And those are the people who are going to be desperate. And once they're desperate, those are what GameStop, at least I think they are going to be targeting. That's what they're targeting. So then they can use that. The people who are desperate for money, who are looking for money, they can use that to make a little bit of money on the back end once they resell it. So if you haven't seen, go look at GameStop's website. They actually have wax, retail wax for sale now, and I've seen them starting to list sports cards for sale. So this is rolling. This is going through. They're buying shit and they're listing it on their website, on their corporate website. So go look at GameStop if you guys haven't seen it. I've seen it. So it's going to be interesting. We'll see. I think we'll reconvene maybe at the end of this year or next year, and we'll see how they're doing, and we can talk about that. But it's going to be interesting to see how they do. But like I said, it just depends on how well-versed they are in the sports card industry, if they're going to be successful or not. Last but not least, let me get to this one. This one's an interesting one. I have my thoughts on it. I don't know 100%, but this is my thoughts. So somebody was asking me, so all those people who are listing cards for whether for 50 cents, 99 cents, barely, or free shipping for a dollar card, 99 cents, how the hell are they making money? What are they doing? Okay, so this is the thing. Most of those people or most of those stores are big, huge stores. So they could be sitting on the inventory for so long. They could care less. They're just looking to get rid of this stuff. This stuff is, I believe all the stuff that they sell for like 99 cents, free shipping, whatever, they're technically losing money, but not really, because they're holding that inventory that they may have like 100 to 200 to a million listings, okay? You have to understand that. They're banking on other stuff. This other little stuff is not their primary money maker. So remember, you're looking at it, 99 cents, how are they making money off this? They're not looking at that in the long term. They're looking at other stuff that they're making, the higher end cards that they have listed, they're making money off of that. These 99 cent stuff, they're just moving it. So 99 cent stuff, keep in mind they pay shipping, whatever it may cost them a total of 75 to 80 cents to maybe even let's just say this is the case. It may cost them 99 cents for them to ship the card to you after the eBay fees and after, the shipping fees and everything. So technically they make zero, okay? They make zero on that 99 cent card. They don't care. That's just turning inventory, just moving inventory so they can use whatever so they can move it. They probably have other listings that they're making a X amount of profit on, whether it's 20, 30, 40% net profit on that covers that. That's just moving inventory. They're not looking at, like I was telling you guys, they're not looking at one specific card to sell for 99 cents to make profit on. That's not the case. They're just they're probably doing what I do. This is what I normally do. I look how much I spend on a weekly basis on inventory and expenses, and then everything that I sell revenue. I don't care what I sold it at, but whatever revenue I get in, and then subtract the two, and then if there's a net profit, if I'm in the black, that's where you want to be. That's how they probably look at it. They don't care if 99 cents is just moving, getting shit. It probably costs them more to store this inventory someplace versus moving it, get it out of their way so they can get better and new inventory. And that's how they're looking at it. So don't look at it as one card. They're looking at a bigger picture. Like I said, they're probably better off getting rid of all these junk cards for 50 cents or 99 cents, whatever. They're better off spending a little bit of money actually and getting rid of all that shit to make room for the more stuff that's going to actually bring in profit for them. So that's what they're doing. They're looking bulk, big. So you're like 99 cents, how are they making money? If they sold, let's just say, a big company, they sold maybe 1,000 a day. They literally got rid of 1,000 cards, and then they can bring in other cards that are better. And then plus, not just those 1,000 cards, they probably sold an additional 2,000 that's actually making profit. So there you guys go. That's how they're probably doing it. I don't know, but that's what I would assume. That's what I'm guessing on. So hopefully that explains a little bit on that end. I know people have been asking about that. So other than that, if you guys have not subscribed, if you guys like this stuff, feel free to subscribe. As I mentioned, check out my eBay store. Link is in the description. Every little bit helps me. And like I said, I'm going to be busy this weekend. Got the show coming up. Tomorrow's going to be the last video of the week. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Other than that, man, have a good rest of the week, guys. Till next time.